Okay, let's test this mic, make sure levels are good. I think they are, but we're gonna check them, so I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I think levels here should be all good. The only thing I'm not sure about levels wise is the game itself. So I might have to do a little fiddling. We'll see. But I think we're good to go. So just make sure the mixer here is all pulled up and ready to go just in case. Okay, let's do. Okay. Ooh, a little laggy. That's okay. All we're gonna do is close that. This game also generally tends to run a little laggy. Let me actually graphics. Let me turn graphics down to low. There we go. Density down just a little bit. There we go. Let the world populate back in again. Oh, buttery smooth. Beautiful. Are these all ready for pickup? They are. So I guess yeah. Let me introduce what's happening here just a little bit first while I'm working here. So first of all, hi. I know it's been a while. I know content-wise, I haven't really been keeping up as much as I was in the past, and that's 100% on me. I've been kind of focused on other things. I started a job, which that was, a big step. So I needed to obviously devote time to focusing on that. And I cannot for the life of me sit in this seat right now. There we go. So I spent a lot of time, focused on that. But I've got myself well settled in at my job, so things are finally, I'm a little bit more inclined to get back into this stuff. So yeah, I've been playing Railroader here a little bit. Oh, whoops, I have the wrong direction. I'm a little out of practice here. I need to release the handbrake on the caboose. And now I'll hop up. There we go. It's nighttime. Let me turn on the lamp. But yeah, so this game here, Railroader, came out over the summer. It's a basically operations focused railroad, train sim. It's kind of like, Railworks, Train Simulator 2024, Train Sim Classic, Train Sim World, all those, similar to those, but it includes a lot more realistic operations, and the whole point is basically to grow your railroad. So I have, because I have the Balfour and Coolidge Creek Southern. Get the points all oiled. Just because, being me, I've gotta have my railroad. Okay, that's lined straight through. Let's line this one onto that track. But yeah, so the whole point is basically to operate a railroad, not just run trains, but you got to do financial stuff to it as well. You can buy new equipment. So if I come up here behind my face cam and I click on, I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. I can purchase new rolling stock, and actually, I think I need to make a little bit more money, and then I want to purchase another passenger car just because I've got a lot of. I've got some. Yeah, I've opened up a new part of the railroad just recently, so I've got some stuff to do. Some passengers to move on there. Release the brake and begin rolling. But that's kind of the point of the game, is to buy equipment, and I also come up here to finance. You've got that this is all of the expenditures and income expenditures of the railroad. So I can take out loans here and pay them off here. This is all the equipment that the railroad owns in this tab. So one Pullman car, two steamers, a 10-wheeler, and a mobile. And then we've got a bunch of skeleton flat cars, which we're actually moving to pick up right now. A 2-bay hopper for coal, and a wooden boxcar for repair parts. And then milestones here, I can start some milestones. And I've got to figure out what I want to do next with the railroad. But for now, I'm just going to kind of make some money. And then you have all these locations where you pick up and drop off cars. So there's the East Whittier interchange, where cars get picked and dropped to come on and off the railroad. And then all of the rest of these are basically different industries, different customers from the railroad. So let's pull forward here and keep moving. But so that's what's going on in the game right now. I'm moving to pick up this cut of skeleton flat cars to drop back off at the logging camp up the mountain. But what's happening with the rest of all the stuff over here on the screen, and what was on the starting soon screen, is basically this month is National Diabetes Awareness Month and National Model Railroad Month, and I figured what a great opportunity to get myself back into content creation and live streaming. Because for those of you who don't know, obviously I'm a model railroader, but I'm also a type 1 diabetic. There's my bionic pancreas, my insulin pump. So I'm a type 1 diabetic and a model railroader, and I figured, between those two things, I'm fairly uniquely situated to try and do a little bit of fundraising for Breakthrough T1D, which is basically the rename of JDRF for anyone who has followed diabetes research. over the past number of years. But Breakthrough T1D is doing a campaign from now basically through, I want to say, like June of 2025 to raise money to promote diabetes awareness and to fund diabetes research. So I set up a fundraiser through Tiltify, and I'm going to be trying to raise some money here to help promote diabetes awareness and fund diabetes research, because that is something that I feel is very worthwhile, because it will hopefully someday allow me to live a more normal life. I don't think I'll ever be able to live a fully normal life because I'm me. But hopefully someday I won't have to deal with having to worry about my blood sugar in addition to all the other weirdness that is who I am. And I'm having a little drink here. I'm having an Awestruck cider. Because why not? But so yeah, this all the streams this month are going to have all of the fundraiser information in the top corner there. So the QR code will bring you straight to the donation page. There's a link in the description down below, and that has information about it has a link, information about what's going on, and a link to the the Tiltify campaign. I probably also should put a link in there to Breakthrough T1D's full campaign. That way, if you want to look into it a little more, into what the money is going towards, and to what the benefits of fundraising are, and even if you just don't know a lot about T1D, a lot of people don't. So I should probably let me move this cut of cars and run around here. So let me actually normalize that switch. No, throw it. Good. And then I'll shove, run around it, and then once I'm hooked on the head end, I will put that link down in the description. That way anyone who wants to take a look and, you know, look into what's going on here, what's this Breakthrough T1D group, what do they do, what is the deal with National Diabetes Awareness Month, all that. Hey Brandon. If you want to make the bar go up, there's the QR code over there, or the link in the description down below. Both of those will go to the fundraiser. But yeah, all this month I'm streaming. I'm gonna try and do a lot of streams this month, but all the streams are gonna go, you know, have these stream elements to fundraise for T1D. Not for T1D, but for T1D awareness and research and so on. And you know, I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm going to very quickly edit the description to include a link to the not JDRF, Breakthrough T1D. They've renamed. Breakthrough T1D's fundraiser. Is this it? Yes. Copy, because this, I believe, let me let the webpage fully load and make sure this is the right webpage. But I believe, yeah, so this is mostly for National Diabetes Awareness Month that they're doing it, but the fundraiser is going to be active through I believe June 2025. But in the past 4 days or so, you know, 4 or 5 days, because I think it officially opened a little early, but Breakthrough T1D has raised almost $11,000 out of their $40,000 goal, which is amazing. Let me just say, it is truly incredible that amount of money has been raised in such a short period of time, because that's, I mean, that can do a lot for type 1 diabetes research and so on. But let me more info about the larger campaign here. Paste. And why is it across both of my monitors? No, come back. Come on. Where is update? There it is. Okay, good. So that's in the stream down, or in the description down below for anyone who wants to take a look about a little more about that. Brandon, if you want to take a look at that or whatever. Turn on my. Is F not my flashlight? What's my flashlight? I forget what my flashlight is. Features. Character. Graphics. No. Is it up here? Employees equipment. Oh man, why can't I not remember what the control for flashlight is? Sitting here. Controls. Yes. Okay. L for lantern. There we go. Hey! $100, man. Thank you. Wow. Huge help to start us off there, man. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Bar is up. You make bar go up. I really, I truly appreciate that, man. I mean, it's going to mean a lot to the research, but it means a lot for me. As I'm sure you know, it's a pain in my ass to have to deal with this diabetes thing. And hopefully every little bit will help work on making it go away. So I appreciate it. And we got all month to get to the $1,000 goal that I set, and if it looks like we're gonna reach it, I might extend the goal out. And fun fact, there are actually, I believe, rewards for me if I raise certain amounts of money, which is pretty cool. It's like t-shirts and stickers and stuff. And I think if at one of the higher tiers is a gamer share, which is kind of funny. But this whole thing is kind of themed around gamers. So that's the kind of the deal with the event, or not the event, the whole campaign as at large. So it'd be pretty neat if we got those, but at the end of the day, I didn't even know there were fundraisers just until after I set up the campaign and decided to start doing this, or rewards rather. I didn't know about that until I started getting this all set up. So I just wanted to do this because, one, it's fun. I enjoy streaming out to the internet like this. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to share my passion for railroading and model railroading and stuff out to y'all. But if I can help mobilize my community and hopefully make a difference in the world while I'm doing that, that's a win. So the fact that there are rewards for certain donation goals is pretty fun along the way, but that's purely an added benefit as far as I'm concerned. Alright, run down to the switch to make sure it is lined properly before okay, yes it is. There we go. Oh, I forgot this locomotive doesn't have... Does this locomotive have a rear light? No, it doesn't. Forgot about that. It's like, why isn't the rear light turning on? Because it doesn't exist. Yeah, so we're gonna run around this cut of cars here. Blow the whistle. Release the brake. Move the reverser to forward and the throttle up. And yes, this track is the track I want to be on. Watch my speed down here. Make sure it doesn't go too high. Alright, let me line this switch here. That would be that one. That way. Oh shoot, I'm going too fast. I forgot to keep an eye on the speed. Alright, well, we're gonna blast through past myself. We got to deliver these logs up the mountain to logging camp, so they can, or these cars, these flat cars, up the mountain to a logging camp, so they can get reloaded, and then we can drop them back off down here at the lumber mill. All right, let's throw on the brakes. There we go, that's all the logs that, you know, or at least theoretically, that's all the logs that came off of the cars when I dropped them off the first time. Right, direction, reverse, release the brake, throttle up, 3 blasts for reversing, reverse the switch, and cut power. Reverse that switch so I can come right back and couple up, and then from there we will move on. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do a lot more streams this month. I'm gonna try and come up with some sort of regular schedule, but I had some time tonight and wanted to kick it off since this is the first night officially of November that I've been free and have had the stream, all the stream elements all set up. I had to reset my whole stream setup. Well, not my whole stream setup, but I had to rebuild. I had to build a new what's it called? A new scene. That's what it is. A new scene for the stream. With all the elements for the fundraiser. I had to put that all together and arrange them in the way I liked so that it's roughly my normal stream setup, but with all the added stuff. Right, let's hop in the locomotive. Let's open the cylinder cocks. Clean out. Actually, let me real quick clean out this side. Normalize that. 2 blasts for forward. And we're gonna get moving here. Turn my lantern off now that I'm in the cab. Oh, this awestruck is good. Alright, let me close the cylinder cocks now. Go. Oops. Didn't mean to cut my head off with the window like that. Oh, right, there we go. Come on, normal. There we go. Get myself a little more centered in frame here. So yeah, this one I started this off with some rail order because one, it's a fun game. I've been enjoying playing it, but it's also easy for me to set up. I don't gotta really pull anything together. That's correct. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Also, welcome back. Yeah, I'm really, you know, I was really excited to get 500 subs, and I'm still slowly working on that project that I was gonna do for 500 sub special. It's been taking a lot longer than I'm meaning it to, and starting work really helped me, or didn't help me in making sure I had time to work on projects like that. But it's hopefully still coming down the pipe. Yeah, so I started off this month with some Railroader because I figure it's fairly easy content for me to make. I don't have to pull together any paint or anything. I don't have to set up my tripod and figure out how I'm going to set up my... At some point I got to figure out how I'm going to set up my streaming setup so that I can stream better on the layout back behind me there. Okay, what do oh, it took me a second, Brandon, but I got there. That's a good one. That is a good one. Oh, man. My brain was like, what is he talking about? And then I looked back up to the message before, and it finally clicked into place, and I was like, he's making a joke about subs. Class lights are green, that's fine. At some point up the mountain here, I'm going to have to run around my train again so I can shove it the rest of the way. I'll also close this, because that's passenger car. That's the other train that's in the other town. I wanted to do this and then drive this locomotive to the other town, because the other town is going to be my new base of operations, basically. It's a town I just unlocked by finishing delivering all the materials to repair a bridge, basically. There's the train. Somewhere up here there's a runaround track. Let's open the map. Oh, it's Bryson. That's the town that I was talking about. Is this the runaround track? Yes, it is. So let's do that. That way I'm lined into the runaround track and I don't have to remember to line myself into the runaround track. When I get there, I can just slow down and stop. throw on the brakes, run the locomotive around, and shove the rest of the way up the mountain. Because I'm right here. That's where I'm going to run around the train. This is where the cars need to get dropped off on this track right here. I've been really enjoying this game because it lets me do basically running a railroad, doing all the switching and stuff that I really love doing on my layout. And I always love the switching operations when I'm playing, or the switching scenarios. That's what they're called in Train Sim, but that's what some of my favorite in Train Sim Classic. Let's cut power. The fact that that's basically this whole game makes me very happy. Alright, am I going to have enough space to really run around here? Oh, I didn't hook up the air hoses. Psh. Is there enough length on this runaround? It's close. Am I going to have to run all the way up the mountain and run around? I might have to run all the way up and run around at the top. Yeah, let me do that. That's I think, a better solution than trying to squeeze it here. So let me normalize this crossover, or this switch, and then I'm gonna wait right here for this one to be cleared, and then normalize this one too. I think this, what it is this is I think camp L1 and P1 for log and pulpwood, but I believe this is for like 6 cars or 8 cars, and I have 10? Whatever. This camp is for less cars. So if I were to buy more cars, I could drop off some there and then continue up the mountain. But because I don't have that, I'm gonna have to go up the mountain. Alright, but really what I should have done is run around before I started moving up the mountain, because then I could have shoved. No, I forgot that you were going to do that. How's the movie? That was a good cider. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I kind of want to, I really want to see it. I totally would have come with you, but I've just been so busy. between scouts and work and small railroad stuff and life. I've been really busy. But, I'll have to go see it then, yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because the Lego visuals are always great. True, very true. Yeah, this past weekend I was at No Way camp out with Dad and Joey, and then next weekend I am helping to set up for and helping to run the train show in Poughkeepsie, which actually reminds me I should really put up a community post about that, I guess. See who's, try and drive some traffic to that show. I'm excited for that. That'll be a good show. And then following weekend is my birthday, and Teresa's coming up to visit. So we're thinking about maybe doing a hike or something. We're waiting to see what the weather's gonna be like. Yeah, the train show's always cool. It's just in the Civic Center. But there's usually N-scale trains, HO-scale trains, O-scale trains, and there's even a train for kids to ride on at the train show, which is pretty sick. They have a train that runs around the whole interior, or around the exterior of the room inside. But, yeah, like I said, I want to see what the plan is with Teresa, since she's flying all the way up here to see me. But, I'd love to hang. First switch. Please, can I escape? Can I escape the train? There we go. Alright, next step is making sure the train gets pulled all the way. Into there we go. Let's throw on the brakes. Where is the runaround? It's up here. Okay, good. And now let me put the handbrake on. Disconnect and uncouple. Release the brake, pull forward. So the day-night cycle, so it runs on 2x speed right now, or that's what I have it set to. So I can set it to whatever. I can set it to real time or 2 times, but it's very manipulable because you can just wait now, or you can sleep and wait till day. It's not tied to the what time it is in IRL. It's just tied to its own internal clock. So once I'm done with this job, and once I get the locomotive back to the other town, I'll probably... Oops. I almost forgot to do that. That would have been a problem. I'll probably have the in-game player sleep so that it brings it to daytime, and I think the clock stops winding forward at, I believe, 6 a.m. So when I click the sleep button up here, that brings me straight to 6 a.m. basically. Throw the switch, move forward, and throttle on. Apply little bit of brakes because I don't want to hit too hard. I know. Man, it was pretty wild. But it did feel nice to wake up with, you know, feeling like it was 9 a.m., but in actuality it was only 8 a.m. That did feel pretty nice because, you know, that extra hour of sleep really helped. Absolutely, man. It was pretty wild, but it felt good. Oops. Hop onto the train here. I can still see where I'm at. Okay, got to pull down clear of the switch down here. Right there, that switch. And then once all the cars are clear, then we shove all the cars into the track, drop them off, and then we come back tomorrow. While this is happening, actually, let me set that up. Yeah, that is true. Yep. That was, my coworker was saying the same thing with his daughter, basically. He's got a, like, 1.5-year old daughter, and she was all messed up. She got, like, not nearly enough sleep because her body was like, no, it's time to wake up. So, yeah, she got not quite as much sleep as they were hoping. Release, forward, shove. And aligned onto the right track, so we're good. Go. Close the throttle down a little bit. That way we have time. Yeah. Whoops. Nope. Select one. There we go. Okay, run down to the end. That way I can watch for when the coupler is approaching the bumper. Because I don't want to hit the bumper, but I want to be close. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just bring it to morning here tonight, and then I might call it there because I do still have work in the morning. I was hoping to be able to start my stream a little earlier, but it took me a little bit of time to finish setting everything up and making sure everything was ready to go and so on. But yeah, if you want to hop off, feel free. I really, you know, deeply appreciate the $100, man. It's a huge way for us to start off this month. I did not. I really don't. I've watched. I don't actually remember if I've watched the whole thing of Over the Garden Wall. I can't remember. I know I've watched some of it. But that's pretty sweet. And I might just have to get into it then. Oh man, I'm too tired to do that. Throw on the brakes. Fully on, close enough. Cut that. Jump over. And brake is on the other end of the car. On the other side of the car. Hey, Coleman. Welcome. How you been down under? I guess I should be saying good, I think still morning there? Either good morning or good early afternoon down under there. I'm just playing some Railroader here. Glad to hear. I'm doing well. Work's been going good, which is nice to finally be settling in. 3:20, so it is afternoon. All right. I'm decent at places still in the U.S., but anywhere outside the U.S., I still can't do that in my head. I need to pull up a web page or have someone just directly tell me. But yeah, work's been going good. I've been settling in there and generally, you know, getting myself into a routine, which is why I'm starting to get back into streaming, because now that I'm in a routine, I can be a little bit more relaxed about things and not worry so much about just hitting my routine. But yeah, we're doing some Railroader tonight, which is a train sim basically of running a whole railroad, you know, from the financials to the doing switching jobs, and that's what I really love about it, is the switching, because it feels really good. But yeah, all this month I'm going to be trying to do a bunch of streams, so hopefully you'll be able to catch a bunch more. I know you missed I saw you missed the one, whenever that was, Friday or Saturday, I can't remember. I think it was Friday, or maybe it was Thursday. Might have been Thursday. But I saw you missed that one, and you were a little disappointed you missed it, but I can promise that there's going to be some more streams this month. I'm going to be trying to stream at least a couple times a week, because all this month it's both National Model Railroad Month here in the US and also National Diabetes Awareness Month. And the 14th is World Diabetes Day. And as a model railroader, obviously, and a type 1 diabetic, somewhat less obviously, I'm trying to raise some money this month for Breakthrough T1D, which is a group that helps to promote diabetes awareness and to try and raise funds for diabetes research and hopefully someday find a cure. Because let me tell you, it's a pain in the rear to live with. But yeah, so that's what's all the extra fancy graphics on my stream that you might notice are. It's all for that. So that's what the deal is with all those. And my good friend Brandon here gave us a big kickoff with $100, starting us on our journey this month. So But yeah, so tonight I probably won't be streaming for that much longer. I might stream for another 30-40 minutes here. I just dropped off some log cars up the mountain here at a logging camp. So those will slowly get reloaded with logs, and now I'm bringing the locomotive back down the mountain. I'm going to run around the caboose on the Y. Actually, I should probably run around the caboose right here since I've got a run around right next to me. Did I go far enough? Make sure. Oh, Mr. Bling Bling, you're right, you're right. That is true. It was an anonymous donation, so I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Could very well have been Bling Bling from Johnny Test. But yeah, we're gonna have lots of streams this month between playing some Railroader here, doing some switching on the layout behind me, maybe even a work stream or two of working on the railroad. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of work in redesigning a piece of the layout this month. Hopefully, I want to get the rolling stock that I'm gonna need for the new industry before I start ripping up track and relaying track, because I don't want to have a track that's just unusable for ops. So I'm gonna as we're going into train show season here in the U.S. and maybe around the world. I don't know. Certainly here in the U.S. and the Northeast, we're getting into train show season. So I want to keep an eye out for some tank cars, some 70s, 80s era tank cars for propane, because I'm going to be basically removing one of the industries on the layout and replacing it with a gas dealer. So I need some propane tanks to be able to deliver to the gas dealer, so they can then deliver the propane to customers in town. Let me throw the brakes on a little bit, just because I'm not I think there's enough clearance here, but it's going to be real tight. Let's say it. Okay, we're good. I just want to make sure. And throw the switch. There we go. Reverse. Nope, come on. Come on, there we go. Just a little bit more kick. Grab the caboose. It's just short. Nice. Do you know what brand made the model? Because that might help you figure out what it is. Because I could do some research for you and looking into what's out there in the well, also just based on what I know. But I'm turning the brake up, thinking, why isn't the train moving? Because I'm not moving the throttle. That would certainly help. It's a Bachmann, so my guess would be either it's going to be an F9 or a Jeep 40, because I know Bachmann made, I know 100% sure Bachmann made Jeep 40s for ARR. and I believe there are F9s for them for Bachmann. But I know they made Jeep 40s because they made an Alaska Railroad train set with the Jeep 40. So an EMD GP40, I guess. Yeah, because you're not familiar with North American stock as much. But yeah, it's that would be my guess. If it has walkways down the sides and kind of boxy shape to it, that would be most likely what she is. So I guess just for your knowledge, I don't know. Not really gonna impact your diorama that much, I'm sure. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I've got a little, maybe I'll bring it on stream sometime this month, but I've got a little city diorama that I used to start working on my scenery skills, actually last summer at this point. It was just a little, you know, it's in N scale. Yeah, that would be my guess too. So, it was an N scale little diorama. It was basically 1 foot by 2 foot, and it has a straight track across the top of the diorama. Nope. That's the one I want. There's a straight track across the top of the diorama coming in on the right side, going off on the left. It had a siding that came up just off the track for a little warehouse that I made out of styrene, which was made of like styrene that was supposed to represent corrugated steel, you know, corrugated siding and roofing. And then it had a branch line that cut off of it and curved down and off the bottom of the board. And then I used it to practice my scenery and some of my you know, skills at doing ballasting for some of the track. And I also used it as my first time trying out scratch building. Basically every building on there except for one building, which is a Walters kit. Everything else on that was scratch built. So it was a fun way for me to get into learning, you know, learning the ropes basically of scratch building. And it's the first time I got to use this N-scale ruler that I got here. So on the one side it has 64ths of an inch, I believe, or 32nds of an inch. And on the bottom side, it has N scale feet, so it allows me to really figure things out. And that, you know, it allowed me to, between that and my knowledge of architecture from my schooling and my work, allowed me to design some fairly realistically proportioned structures. So I'll have to pull that up from downstairs at some point and show that off. Nope. Almost missed the grade crossing there. The other thing I've been working on that I want to show on stream here is I've just finished up a T-track module. My first time doing a T-track module, and it came out very well. I was really excited about it. Working on it, but also really excited about how it came out. Basically, I have the module itself. We have let me start with what T-track is. T-track is a modular standard for model railroading for N scale, where basically it's built on, or it's designed around the ability to place two modules back to back on a folding banquet table. And so that's kind of how the dimensions get laid out, with what radius of curves get used and what the depth of each scene is, and so on. And they're you know, a single module is usually around a foot wide, a little over a foot wide, and about 14 inches deep, and then you can fit two of them back to back. 14 inches deep. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. About, I believe about 14 inches deep. Yeah, 14 and a quarter inches deep or so. And then you can fit two of them back to back on a 3-foot wide banquet table. So I built a single module, and there's single modules, double modules, triples, quads, so on and so forth. And that's fairly explanatory. It just means that it's double the length, or triple the length, or quadruple the length, and whatever. But so yeah, I built a single module for the Great Hudson Valley T-Track competition with the Hyde Park train station here in New York. And I'll have a video coming out about that hopefully this week. I'll put that together. And that's going to come out here on my channel, and also it's going to go out on the Hyde Park train station YouTube channel as well. Or Hudson Valley Road Society channel. I don't remember what the name of the channel is, but them. Let's go to the interchange. Well, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to just bring my locomotive to the engine facility in Bryson, is I believe the name of the town, right? Open map. Conner log and can. I like a Island. Bryson. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little sleepy. Yes, Bryson. I nailed it. I remembered. But yeah, so I built this T-Track module where basically the tracks are level with the base of the module, and then the grade slopes up behind it. You've got a grade crossing where the road cuts across the train tracks, goes up the hill and off the back of the module, and then most of the module, it's all fall scenery. It's basically designed to be, intended to be representative of the northeastern U.S., New England, New York specifically, and most of the module, probably about a third of the module, if not more, or 2/3 of the module, excuse me, if not more, is taken up by a little apple orchard that I built. I built all the trees myself for the orchard, and then the rest of them is all woodland scenics or JGT scenery with notch leaves on them, notch fall leaves, put on top of them, and it came out looking really good, and I'm super happy with it. I scratch built a little roadside farm stand with help from my girlfriend Teresa. We designed and built that together, and then I also built a little fence line for the orchard and stuff, and it came out beautifully. I had a little stream cutting across right next to the tracks that cut under the road, so you've got a little... Oh, I'm going way too fast. The stream goes into a little culvert under the road. Here, now that I'm traveling at a good clip here, let me actually grab the module, because I keep looking back over here because it's right on, it's literally on my layout behind me. So let me grab that real quick. Yay, insulin pump is fully charged. My pancreas is charged and ready to go. Let me grab the module real quick so I can show it off, because it came out really good. So let me grab that. Let me real quick make my face bigger on the screen. There I am. So here is that module that I've been talking about. So there you can see the road, oh, right here, the road, cutting up, grade crossing right here. I've got to get, that's the only thing really left I have to do on this, is I've got to get some crossing gates and crossbucks to go there. We've got the little stream cutting under the road with the culverts there, with the pipe, you know, concrete pipes, all the fall scenery. We've got fence line and the apple orchard. There's some people in there. And then my favorite part, the roadside farm stand. There it is. With a person inside and a person outside on the little concrete pad. And yeah, just generally I'm super stoked with how this module's came out. I'm really happy with the finish on it. I put my sticker front and center. I painted in white filled in with white paint. I painted in the manufacturer's logo. It's the Klondike's module kit. And yeah, so the way that the module system works is basically all the modules have two pieces of Kata unit, or either two pieces of individual Kata unit track or one piece of double unit track in the same location on every module. So it lines up from module to module, and the way they clip together is you just use the unit track unit joiners, and you just clip the track together, and that's all you really need to hold the modules together, because it's a good strong connection between the modules. And then they have little spinning, or not spinning. Whoa, whoops! Drop my keyboard. What did I do? Uh-oh. What did I do? I didn't see what I did. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully I didn't get too badly messed up by that. I dropped my keyboard and I forgot to turn it off before I walked away from my computer. So I pushed some button. Wait. No. Ella. How do I teleport myself? What happened is I teleported myself to Bryson, to the tower here. This is the tower in Bryson. So this game has full CTC control capabilities in multiplayer. So that's where the dispatcher would be. I have to figure out now how clean up. How did I teleport myself? Locations. Go away, tutorial. I'm going to apply full brake on the locomotive. Let me jump to this. If I click that. No. What? Alright. / help. slash TP B&CCS 1. Well, alright, well, this train is just gonna have to run without a crew for now. My crew is the crew is waiting for it at the destination. Well, I guess we'll just have to get some exterior shots of it for now. So this is the bridge that I had to reconstruct. So I just finished this. This bridge got finished earlier on day 5, basically. You can actually see. There we go. Completed. So there was a flood, and it basically caused the original railroad to abandon this line. So my railroad basically bought it out, and that's how the game scenario gets started. I could not tell you how I teleported my player to that location. Oops. But I pushed a whole bunch of buttons up here somewhere on the keyboard. Yeah, somewhere up there. And it caused all sorts of problems. But we're just gonna pretend that that didn't happen and move on. Ready to get up to 30 miles an hour. There we go. Excuse me. Nice drink of water. Alright, let's get this locomotive back to town. So we're coming to the Governor's Island, and we gotta get to Bryson. So we've got probably 4 miles, something like that. I don't know. Some number of miles. We tab those off. Oh, a little sleepy. It is almost midnight here. So I think once I get my motive power tied up, or tied down rather, at
Hi, I'm
once I get myself tied down at Bryson, I think I might call it a night. And next time I stream, I will hopefully get myself pulled together earlier in the night. And then I can actually stream for more than just an hour. So this is the run around at Governor's Island. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Follow. Thank you. Oh, that's what I should do. Let me make a note of that for myself. To improve my stream setup, I should set that up. Where did I put my little notebook? It was here. I put it under my T-Track module. Keeping an eye on the track. Oh, there we go. Okay, that crossing. I know there's another crossing coming up, but let me just quickly. That sketch can go away. I don't need that. I'll recycle that in a minute. There we go. Good. Is that no legible? Yes. Okay, good. I'll set that up later. Now we're good. Turn off the belt. I'm just gonna real quick take a look at something. Yeah, those are all okay. So I still have to make my way all the way back the opposite direction here. In order to pick up cars in the morning with the interchange. So, that's fine. Coming into Bryson now. Uh-oh. Well. Please tell me there's another switch up here. Nope, sure isn't. Okay. Well, that's alright, because what I can do is on the brake right here. Run over here, because this is what I was working on earlier, but I couldn't do because my player character wasn't over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn. This is my mogul or my 10-wheeler. This is my 10-wheeler, I believe. Whatever. But I need to go ahead and turn it. Nope. Oh, it's full turn on the table here. That way this train, or this locomotive, can run back the opposite direction with the passenger train tomorrow. Is that good? Where am I aligned? Oh, that's pretty close. Need to come back a touch. So I need to be aligned with this track on this end. Nope, fell into the pit. There we go. Let's go into the shed again. 2%. Stop. Okay. Come on. Independent brake, bail off. Wheel her up. Reverser into forward. And this one's the throttle, right? Come on. Where's the handle? Oh, this one. There it is. No. I've somehow got myself stuck. There we go. Open up that. Pull down the water hatch, or the water spout rather. On the brakes, close enough. Get her back up to 4,000 gallons. I'll raise that, close that. Shoot here. And let's load up with some coal for the run back in the morning. Get her back up to 6 tons? 6 tons coal? I think is full load on this tender. Use a 6-ton tender. Yeah, 6 tons. Ready to shoot. She's ready to go now. And I think I'm going to save the game there. Sleep. reputation went up. Nice. And there we go. Now we are in the morning. So I'm gonna save right here. Actually, no. I'm gonna jump into this. I'm gonna jump over to this locomotive and save right here, looking at her. Alright, with that, I'm going to transition over here. Do this. Close. Turn that on. And there I am. Hey. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night there for Railroader. But that was fun. I enjoyed. I always enjoy playing Railroader. It's a great game. I'm really happy playing it. It's a great time. So. Yeah, I'm real sleepy here. It's midnight officially here in New York. But before I go, a couple things here. So first of all, next stream is not going to be Railroader again. I'm going to try and cycle through things. So I think next stream, I think I'm going to do weathering again. So I'm gonna work on, got a couple cars here lined up. I'm gonna start with this one. This is a little bend millwork Arthur Pazzi Forest Products USLX boxcar. It's who made this model? Atlas? Yeah, Atlas made this model. It's back from, it's like a 70s model, 80s model. But it's decently detailed, and it's got a nice white body with some nice silver roofing, which makes for excellent weathering. So that was gonna be a lot of fun to do. I'm not gonna do too heavy on it. I'm actually gonna do fairly light weathering on that car. And similarly, I'm going to do fairly wet weathering on this car, but I'm going to have to prime it somehow because this is a rail box that I got. It's from Concor. Yeah, it's from Concor. Again, 80s, 90s model. And I'm also going to have to figure out how to get rid of those Rapido hook couplers because they suck and are not operable at all. But we're going to have to figure out how to get rid of this ridiculous sheen. You can see the sheen on that. There it is. There's that shine. That absurd gloss finish that they put on this car. So we're going to have to kill that, and then we'll do the weathering work. But that'll be the second project. And I'm working my way up to weathering some Eastern Seaboard Models cars and weathering my group of covered hoppers, my cement covered hoppers that I have a lot of unweathered ones of. So we're gonna work on getting working my way back up to those, but I haven't weathered in a while, so this is gonna be these cars should be fairly easy and fairly straightforward. So they're gonna be my kind of getting my way back into things. So, but yeah, totally, you should check it out. It's, you know, it's obviously focused on North American railroading. It's the game Railroader is basically set in Appalachia, so kind of southeastern U.S. in transition era. So you've got lots of steam locomotives everything from an 060 switcher up to, they've got some 484. Do they have 484s? I don't think they have 484s. I know they have 482. I believe they have 482s. Let me load up my sandbox save real quick just to take a look. But so they've got little steam locomotives from 060s all the way up to big mainline steamers, mountains, and Mikados and Pacifics. That's a good stuff. Excuse me. And then they also have first generation EMT diesels. So they have the SW1, I believe it is. Let's see. Well, first of all, what's the biggest? Oh, they've got a Santa Fe. They've got a 210-2 Santa Fe. That's the biggest steam locomotive that I believe they have. And then they have an SW1 and a GP9 from EMD for early diesels. So you're right on that transition era. Moguls, Pacifics, Berkshires, Consolidation, Santa Fe's, good stuff. So, I turn my keyboard off. Quit. Nice. What's the K class? Let me look it up real quick. Victorian Railways K class. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my, I can kind of see it, but my webpage is not really loading well. It looks like a 280 consolidation. Those are workhorses. But it's, I like the aesthetics on this. It's actually, funnily enough, it reminds me of, got a lot of friends in the space who are doing modeling of Japanese railways, and the big smoke deflectors on a lot of these pictures, and the high mounted headlight remind me a lot of those Japanese steam locomotives. But yeah, that green, that emerald green kind of livery. Livery? I never know what the correct pronunciation of that word is, but that is nice. It's like the 3801. I know that one. I know the 3801. I think that, is that VR or is that in NSW? I don't know. I can't remember. But 3801 is nice. But yeah, this kind of emerald green scheme, beautiful. And even the red ones and black ones look nice. These are sharp looking steamers. So yeah, if you can get your hands on one of those, that'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, so lots of good stuff coming down the pipe. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do weathering next stream, so I'll try and get myself set up for that. Hopefully late this week. Whether that's Thursday, Friday, something like that, or over the weekend. And then some switching too. I'm gonna figure out a good, reliable way to set up cameras so that you can see the layout real well, and I can do some switching jobs and have some fun. Because I've really enjoyed running trains on this layout now that I have a proper operating scheme set up, and I've got the track work mostly cleaned up to where it runs well. A couple spots that always still cause problems. One of those is actually the switch for the industry that I'm getting rid of and replacing with the propane dealer. So hopefully that'll be solved by that. But yeah, overall this layout's been a lot of fun to work on, a lot of fun to run. So we're gonna we're gonna hopefully get a consistent setup of that, and then also just work generally, working to get streaming more consistently, because I think it's a lot of fun to put content out for y'all. So, but in any case, I think I'm gonna call it a night, cause I am tired and I have work in the morning, so I do have to get I do have to get to sleep. But I'm gonna just finish getting this squared away here. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. So that's gonna be it for me tonight here in New York. Thanks you all for hopping in and hanging out. Look forward to more streams. Gonna be keeping going on those. We're gonna try and get this bar as high as we can this month. Right now, the goal is set to $1,000. If we can get $1,000, I will be extremely happy. To put that money towards, sources that'll raise awareness of type 1 diabetes, and sources that'll put that money into research to help cure it. So if you have a spare $5 this month and you want to throw them there, to something good, I promise that's a good place for them to go. And if you want to read more about Breakthrough T1D and all they're doing, the link should be in the description below if I set it up right. So you can feel free to check that out after stream here. But yeah, thanks so much for hopping in tonight, guys. Thanks so much to anonymous donor, who I have no idea who it could be, for kicking us off with an awesome $100 donation to get the ball rolling here this month with Diabetes Awareness Month and National Monorail Month. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me tonight, and I'll see you guys all hopefully later this week, and if not later this week, then certainly early next week. So have a good night, y'all.